crazy is that I've been in a scenario like that. And you know what happened? I had to get held back. A group of people, I used to be ghetto. A group of people had to hold me back because I wanted to beat that girl up.
When I tell y'all, I will never take a girls trip with anybody who does not have funds. Let me tell you guys a quick story time. So I would like to preface this by saying the trip has not yet happened. However, this is a conversation I had to have with somebody today. So boom, we're in Nigeria for December. I thought it was going to be like dirty December. It was not. We were in the villages. Okay. So it just wasn't as relaxing of a trip as I wanted. So I hit up a bunch of my homegirls. I'm like, let's go to Aspen. Let's do a girls trip. I'll fly out my homeboy who's a videographer who'll do our footage. Like, it'll be a good fucking time. Everyone was generally in consensus. Cool. So I told them, they hit up their friends. So now we got a good group chat going of like, hey, like, where do we want to stay? What do we want to do? And we all kind of came to the conclusion that like, this is kind of like a relaxing time. Like, there's no real plans. If you want to go ahead and snowmobile, snowboard, ski, everyone can just kind of do whatever they want to do. There's no pressure to do any sports. We are not Olympians. We are not training for the end of the fucking world doomsday, bitch. We are just here to relax and have a good time. Cool. One of the friends, the friend of my friend, texts me separately and says, hey girl, do you know the total expenses? Because her birthday's coming up. I want to make sure that I can afford both. Fucking understandable. I'm here with you, sister. We're here together. So I message her back and I'm like, the rental car shouldn't be more than 50 a person. Other than that, like we're deciding the Airbnbs in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me find something within everyone's budget. I am extremely vocal in this group chat. Extremely. I'm sending Airbnbs. I'm sending verbos. I'm sending fucking everything. How do y'all like this one? How do y'all like this one? What about this? How's the rate looking? This is how much it would be per person after taxes. Yada yada. Everyone is responsive. Except her. I'm assuming you're not saying shit. You're sitting here in agreement.
That is where you messed up, ma'am. That is where you messed up. Because I have been in her shoes before. First off, I hate planning events with people. I absolutely hate doing it. I've done it before. At least not as often as I did it before. It's so stressful. But one thing I know for sure, if you are silent, I'm not going to assume that you're coming on the trip. If you are silent, I'm going to assume that you want nothing to do with this. Because there's no way, because I'm assuming that this group chat is going on longer than a day. So you mean to tell me that I'm texting your phone in this group chat constantly for days and you're not saying jack? Okay. Then when it comes to the payment, you're going to be excluded automatically. So that is where she messed up, because she assumed that because she's silent, it means that she's in agreement with everything. No, big mistake.
Because if you have an issue, raise your hand. My friend was like, I don't have enough money to be doing, X, Y, and Z. If y'all want to go skiing for $300, snowboarding for $300, another day this for $300, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not paying for that. Respectfully, me either, bitch. And I'm glad you said something, because now we're all on the same page as to what it is that we're trying to do. So I finally send one, yada, yada, yada. It's $500 a person. Is this cool with y'all before I book it? Everyone says yes. She doesn't say anything. Silence is agreement in my mind.
No, it's not. Mistake.
Because if you have a problem with it, before I book it, you should what? Say that. She said nothing. So,
here's what I've also done. It pisses me off when people are silent in the group chat. I am including you. You have been invited. It is your responsibility to let me know that you cannot make it. The girl said, there's a chance that I won't be able to afford it. I need to know the expenses of everything. Okay, cool. So I'm going to involve you in the group chat because you did not say no to being a part of the trip. You're just trying to figure out how much everything is going to be. You mean to tell me that I'm damn near about to pay and you're still not talking? I'm going to have to find you. And that's what she should have done, because it sounds like she didn't do it. I would have had to come find you. And I've done it. I've called, hey, I noticed that you didn't respond to the group chat like at all. First of all, are you okay? Is everything all right with you? I just want to make sure you're good, number one. Because be a good person. That person may be going through something. You don't know. The world doesn't revolve around you. Number two, I noticed that you're not texting in the group chat at all. You haven't done it at all. So are you leaning towards coming with us onto this trip? Because if so, then this is how much everything is. Please look over the group chat. If you're not coming, please let me know. Now, number three, that's what I'm going to say. I'm gonna grade your responses, number one and number two. Number one was, how are you doing? Is everything okay? If you tell me that you're doing just fine, you're straight. And then number two, you're like, okay, yeah, I saw everything. Then number three is, which is the result. How come you're not responding though? So if you are okay, you don't have to tell me, you can just tell me whether you are okay or not. You don't have to tell me your business. Let me know if you're good or not. Because if you're not doing well, and then on top of that you're not responding, then I'm gonna ease off on you. I'm gonna get off you. I'm gonna be like, okay, I noticed you haven't been responding. So would I be wrong to assume that you're not coming onto the trip? Because then I would have to recalculate the finances. Okay, we can communicate. But girly pod, you're doing just fine. You just didn't respond to the group chat. I get that you're busy, but damn, at least like respond, like do a reaction. Like, hello, iPhone updated it a long time ago where you can press on a message button and put a heart on it or something. You know what I mean? But girly pop, you're doing just fine. You didn't respond though, so that's a good and a bad thing. So the results are, I'm gonna confront you. Hey, you're telling me you're fine. You're straight. You didn't respond. Why is that? Because I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna let you know that I don't appreciate that. You're not being communicative. This is no joke. People's money are getting involved, and you're doing this. I don't understand that. Don't cuss her out. I mean, she's calling her the B word and all that stuff. Don't do all that. Relax. Don't do all that. But let her know, like, hey, this is not cool because we're about to put money down, our hard-earned money, and you're not talking. What's going on? Hello, like. That's what I would have done. And I've done it already. But she's saying silence is agreeance. No, you should have confronted her.
Go ahead, book it. When you book it, it makes you put down the motherfucking funds, at least $1,500. Put it down, screenshot it, put it in the group chat. Hey, whenever y'all need to reimburse me, just let me know. I've already paid for it. I'm paying the other half on this date, which is when it's due. Let me know. This was booked on the 26th of January. On the 29th, she messages me and says, hey girl, I don't think, I should honestly read the text verbatim, but she basically was just like, hey girl, like, I don't think that my finances will permit me to go, yada, 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 but also I don't want to inconvenience everyone else by putting my portion on them. And so I messaged her back and I said, ultimately, it's, if it will be an extra $105 per person if you don't go, but it's your decision. I don't know your finances. I don't know anything that you have going on in life. Like I can't tell you what the fuck to do. I'm not going to tell you to neglect your bills or whatever responsibilities you have to be in this position to just come and fucking lounge around in Aspen. Like, respectfully, no. So she's like, okay, I'll let you know tomorrow. Doesn't message me the next day. So I hit her up the following day and was like, hey girl, like, what did you decide? Hey, turns out I'm not going to go. I can't really afford it. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. And so I says, okay, because at this point, I'm going to message the group chat. Everyone try to find somebody else to cover this other girl's portion.
That's your fault, girlie. That's your fault. Like I said, you should have talked to her before you put money down. Because I'm assuming this isn't refundable. Because you're trying to find a replacement, right? If it was refundable, then and you could do this all over again, you wouldn't need to find a replacement for the girl that you assumed was going to come onto the trip. You messed up, sweetheart. I'm saying sweetheart like she's younger than me. But yeah, you messed up. No.
Unless y'all want to pay more money. So we search and we scour the motherfucking earth. We can't find nobody. So today, right, I hit sister up. I'm like, hey, do you mind paying half of your portion? I didn't even say the full portion. I said, do you mind paying half the portion, which is $262 due to the, the last minute cancellation. You did it, yada, yada, yada. I understand that you can't come, but like at this point, like the other girls just kind of don't feel comfortable paying that extra amount because it's just something that they didn't allot for. And it's cutting into their expenses and everyone was on the same page in agreement prior to this being booked.
Everyone except for her because she didn't speak up. Therefore, I don't know what y'all think, but therefore, I'm gonna say she doesn't owe you nothing. That's where you messed up. You should have been on her behind from the beginning. And it wasn't even just one person that I had to deal with when I was planning for events or whatever. I had to chase after multiple people. Let me know, are you coming to this event? Yes or no? Don't play with me because I'm putting money down. You have to be on their behinds. And then what do you do after that? You never invite them out ever again because they can't even communicate. Simple. That's how you should have handled it. And now you want to tell her to pay for a trip that she's not going on? I don't care how you make it sound. It could be a sixth of the trip that she could be paying for. I'm not putting down a dime for you. Even though I messed up as well by not communicating, I'm not going on this trip, therefore you're not getting my money.
She says no. She says, how much is half? Girl, 262. You scroll up, you see it's 262. She's like, well, no, because I didn't realize that there was a cancellation and you were trying to find somebody else and yada, yada, yada. Every Airbnb, every Verbo, you put money down, and if you cancel it, you get a portion of it back. That $1,500 I put up front was non-refundable. That was going to get taken. So even if you did say, you know what, we're going to cancel this and get a different Airbnb, that 1,500 would have been ate up regardless. So no, that doesn't make sense. And I'm asking you to pay $260 when in reality you owe us five something.
She don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you nothing, girl. No, 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 no. It sounds like entitlement. She does not owe you. Nope. Like, you don't try to make it sound, I'm sorry, but don't try to make it sound like, no, let me be more considerate. At least you can just pay half. No.
540. I'm not understanding. And she's like, why cancel before? You didn't cancel before. You canceled after the fact. And we sat in that group chat and we asked you time and time again, do you want to go? Is this okay?
So the whole group chat contacted her. So that girl is also wrong. I already said this. The girl is also wrong. Once again, I would have been on your behind. Forget the texting. I'm calling you. And if I know where you live... Okay, I can't pull up. That's actually crazy. But you get the point. I'm gonna blow up your phone because obviously the text messages are not going through. Maybe you need a constant ring on your phone. And then after that, I'm gonna put money down excluding you. And if you want to be a part of this trip, you're gonna have to pay on your behalf. You're gonna have to pay after the fact. Simple. Because, no, both are wrong. But the girl that is talking right now is more wrong because she messed up at not going after the girl. This girl, if she would have not said silence is agreeance, if she did not have that mindset, I would have said that she's better than me. Because me, I'm chasing you. I'm blowing up your phone. And I'm going to give you a couple of days of me blowing up your phone. After that, you're not included. You're out of it. Period. But she doesn't owe you nothing.
Does anybody have anything to say about the rates? And nobody said anything. You didn't say no. Which means that you're in agreement, yes, of those fucking rates.
No.
So now, regardless if you can't go on the trip or whatever the fuck else it is, you are still responsible of your portion.
No, you have no right to be angry at this girl. You have to be more, if you're going to be mad, you need to be more mad at yourself than the girl. Because you saying that silence is agreement is irresponsible. No. So I hope that she learns from this. And somebody here too, if you're ever going to be the head of doing a trip or an event, first of all, you're strong. Second of all, don't do what this girl did. Silence is not agreement. That is a big mistake. Now she wants her to pay for a trip that she's not going to even be a part of. I don't care if it was a dime. No. No.
Regardless if you're going or not. There's more to the story, but basically the girl is just like, well, I don't got it. Which in my mind, if you don't have 262, you should have never been even thinking about going on that trip to begin with because you quite literally can't fucking afford it.
Don't come for her finances. I do agree, though, if you don't have the funds, then you shouldn't be trying to insert yourself into something that you know that ultimately you will not be able to contribute to. I agree with that. But it just sounds degrading. Let's not come for her funds. She made it clear in the beginning already that there's a chance that she may not be able to contribute. And maybe she said, I don't have the funds because she thinks to herself, I'm not going to give you money over this stuff, knowing that I'm not going to be on this trip. Maybe she was just trying to be nice. You don't know. Because Congolese, we do that. My people like to act like they don't have the funds. They actually do. They're just, like, people do that all the time. So, no, the girl is wrong. Both are wrong. But this girl here is more wrong. Is there anything else?
If you can't afford $262, if you can't afford that, you were never going to be able to afford the trip, and you fucking knew it.
No.
Am I the asshole? Like, am I the fucking asshole for even asking her for money? I don't think I am.
Okay, I don't like using that language, but you asked the question. In this scenario, you are the a-hole, for sure. Let's read the comments, though. She said part 1? There's a part 2? I guess we'll look into that later on, because we gotta keep it pushing. Hello? Silence does not mean agreement. She owes you nothing. Yep. Girl, you're wrong. Her silence was her not agreeing to go. That's street knowledge. If I don't say yes, don't include me. Right. I wouldn't pay $262 if I wasn't going. When it comes to trips, silence equals I'm not going. This is so mean girl coded. In a way, yes, because why you call her out her name on the internet? Silence is 100% a no. Oh, this girl is saying exactly what I was trying to say. If everyone said yes, except for one person, reach out to that person. Save yourself the headache. Keep that practice, everyone, please. If you don't know this already, understand this. If you have 1 to 2 people that are not responding at all, forget the text messages. Blow up their phone. Call them. Call them. If you see these people often when you go out, the next time you see them, hey, this is what's going on. What happened? Are you okay? Why are you not responding in the group chat? Because we are about to pay. Catch them in person. This one says, okay, this is a long comment, so I'm just gonna put it down here. You're nicer than me because the Airbnb ain't getting booked until everyone has sent their portion. I don't even play like that. People always quiet when it's time to book or got last minute excuse. I understand though. I understand. That's why I said the girl is wrong. The one that said I don't have the funds, she's also very wrong because it's also rude. You're not gonna sit here and act like this was a stretch. That was rude. It's rude. You inserted yourself into this trip just for you to not communicate. That's rude. And honestly, you're gonna set the vibe off for this trip. Both are wrong, guys. Silence is never confirmation. This is T. What? Hold on. Y'all gonna have to... Okay, I tried. She wasn't silent in the group chat the entire time. She only stayed silent when I asked if anyone had any objections prior to me purchasing the Airbnb. She wasn't silent in the group chat the entire time. She only stayed silent when I asked if anyone had any objections prior to me purchasing the Airbnb. Why didn't you mention that? So, what the frick? So you just threw... What the hell? That just throws the whole story off. Like, why didn't you mention that? So you're telling me that she was active in the group chat until you asked, is there anyone that had any objections before I book? So she told you, basically in the group chat, that she made it herself look like she was gonna be a part of this trip. Like she had the funds. That just threw the whole story off. Why didn't you say that? Why do y'all do that? Everything I said, I take it back. She's not the a-hole. She's not the a-hole. But you would have had to see me though. You would have had to see me. You mean to tell me that you did not say anything? I booked the Airbnb. I'm waiting for you to contribute. I'm waiting for you to contribute and you didn't contribute because you don't have the funds. That's where you... Oh! Oh! If you're gonna tell a story, I need you to tell the full story. Because I'm sitting here defending this girl in a way. I'm basically saying, this girl doesn't owe you nothing. Now, oh, oh! So now that we know that this girl was active in a group chat, she had your hopes up. This girl had your hopes up and had you convinced that she was gonna be a part of this girl's trip, just for her at the very end, after you put the money in, to say, I don't have the money. That's where she say, oh no, I don't have the funds. That's where she disappears. That's where she disappears. And what's crazy is that I've been in a scenario like that. And you know what happened? I had to get held back. A group of people, I used to be ghetto. A group of people had to hold me back because I wanted to beat that girl up. That's the real tea. True story. This wasn't even 2 years ago. I wanted to put my hands on this girl. Bro,